Hello, I'm Hubert. I'm the founder of Appyparking, and I'm kind of born and bred London. I used to have an old life as an art director copywriter in advertising in London's agencies, and then somehow I found myself in the world of parking. Appyparking's ultimate goal is to make parking a truly forgettable experience, and in doing so we can actually reduce congestion and pollution in our cities. I chose the transport and travel sector purely from my own frustrations. Trying to go through the city is a huge pain. There's obviously pollution everywhere, and I cycle actually every day. And I see sort of firsthand the sort of amount of vehicles trying to get through our cities. And I also know that down the line, once data is sort of put into a common format, you can reduce that significantly. So I looked out for solutions on like iTunes and on the internet. There was nothing there, so I thought, well, let's give this one a go. When I kind of realised it was a good idea, I was solving my own problem, which is parking, but everyone suffers from that issue. And then I decided to use some money that I had saved up. Instead of building a garden shed in the back of my garden, I actually used it to sort of bootstrap it for a year and see how far I could push the idea. I think if you have an idea, what you should do next is write down sort of the achievable goals, and don't sort of get overwhelmed by the total end sort of idea. Just sort of build the building blocks and just sort of like get your pieces aligned, and then just sort of like to start to make a very pragmatic approach about building and solving each of the solutions until it stacks up into sort of the pyramid. Finding someone to build the product is like it's like a dating game. You sort of go around, go out, go to places with like-minded people, talk to everyone, share the idea, and eventually you'll find a mad person to join your idea. I think I've had to overcome millions of problems. On a daily basis you have to solve problems. When you're the earlier the idea, the more resistance there is. So, I mean, everything from trying to raise money, trying to educate yourself about business, employing staff when you get to have the privilege of getting that far. Every step of the way is a hurdle. And so, I mean, there's a million and one things I've had to go through, and I think everyone sort of has to go through it their own way and learn and then adapt. Dragon's Den was an interesting experience. They invited me to go on actually, so because we're kind of later stage to what's normally out there. It was an interesting experience in terms of they put you through hell before you go on, and I was up there for an hour and a half. So what I learned is that it's not a 15-minute pitch; it's an hour and a half of onslaught. It's a very long day, but it's a good advert on BBC Two. Media exposure for startups is absolutely essential. There's no point in having a good product and no one knowing about it, and that kind of exposure costs millions of pounds. So if you have to do everything in your power to be the representative of your idea and sell it as much as you can. As a startup founder, you should focus on your mission statement. If you have your mission statement in place, then you can always look at it and work out that if you're kind of doing other things, it's very easy to get distracted. So if you have your mission statement, you can kind of keep your eye on the prize, and then when other opportunities come, you can go, well, is that deviating? And it helps you keep an even keel. There's always so much to do in a day, and really it's prioritising, simply working out what you really have to do, categorise it from 1 to 10, build a list, and then just chuck things to the top. You're always going to get distracted and your list will never get finished, so don't get disheartened that your list is never finished, just accept that, and then obviously work hard. You'll work late and the list will diminish until the next day. I was in a career for 13 years before as a creative, writing commercials, and that's what I thought I was okay at. Then going into doing this, it's basically been 4 years of having to learn everything from scratch. So what I've learned is that everyone is capable of everything, and the human body can be applied in any way you want to take it. We raised over $1 million, and that was obviously just for me. I don't really see it as a huge prize of money. It's not. It's literally a pot to allow me to execute what I need to do. So, and also it was to a finite degree calculated. So there's no sort of expenditure and wastage there. Every sort of penny counts. So for me, it just sort of means there's more money to have to be careful of. And then I'm also taking more money from other people, so there's more pressures. So more money is more pressure. If I was going to leave a startup with something, I would say think big, and don't stop till you've cracked it.